everybody, my name is Old School Nerd. Welcome in. Today I have the honor, the privilege, the pleasure actually, to speak to a band that I didn't know I would fall in love with until I fell in love with them. It's kind of a thing that guys do with girls, isn't it? I made them laugh! Okay, here's my interview with Conquer Divide. I swear that's not the only stupid thing I do. I do lots of stupid things. My dog, his head is on a Prussian. Yeah, that's a painting of my dog on a Prussian field marshal's uniform.
That's so cute.
No, it was a Christmas gift from my fiance because she's badass. All right, here we go. Yeah. Conquer Divide. Do you guys remember when I discovered you? It's kind of when everyone kind of discovered you. Care to take a guess when that was?
Chemicals.
No.
Close.
It was Electric Cowboy, wasn't it?
It was. See, the thing about it is I've only been doing this for like 2 years, so I'm kind of new to it. And I got turned on to Electric Cowboy the way a lot of people did, because they're ridiculous, but yet ridiculously talented. So when you take ridiculous with ridiculously talented and you weave them together, it's German ridiculous fun.
Yeah.
And I was digging everything they put out, and then one day they did this song, and because of my age, growing up in the 80s and then the 90s and then the 2000s, it reminded me of every Avril Lavigne, Sub 41, Blink 182 video, but then there were this other band there, and they were singing across from Electric Cowboy.
It was us.
You sure? I don't know. Those ladies were dressed in punk uniforms, and you ladies look like metal stars. No, here's the thing. So I'm doing this reaction, checking this out, and the first thing I caught on, and if you go back and watch my reaction, some of you have, apparently the band hasn't, was I said, whoa, when it kicks over to them, it's harder than Electric Cowboy. And I was kind of excited because I was like, wait a minute, this gives me ideas. So in the first reaction, I'm still filming, and I said, screw it, let's just find their latest song. And I'm looking it up, and then there was Atonement. So instead of giving you your own reaction, I just piggybacked it because I had to check it out. And I instantly fell in love with a couple of things. No, it wasn't that. It was your face, but it wasn't the princess. It was, I think I mentioned that it was kind of Mick Mars had a granddaughter playing bass with that look you gave. Yeah. But my biggest thing was the musicianship.
Thank you.
Thanks.
That's nice.
So we could go all the way back in time, all the way back to 2013. Happy 10th year anniversary, by the way.
Oh my God.
Thank you. You did your homework.
He did do his homework.
And I do know like things like Kia, you've been laying down these melodic, powerful vocals for years, but someone had a little bit of a transition, didn't they? They were a harsh vocalist, and then suddenly they said, you know what? Instead of finding another bass player, I'm just going to do it myself. And she learned how to play bass. And here we are. Okay, we could talk about the past, and I know other people get to do that. Can all of you tell me your favorite thing about what's been going on post-COVID? I know COVID sucked for all of us, but there's a lot of amazing stuff that has happened to y'all since COVID. Tell us all about this chaos that has erupted the last year and a half.
I think my favorite thing that I'm looking forward to is probably Blue Ridge, but like in general, just like playing shows and like hanging out with them again is really nice. That's for me. Those two things.
Honestly, same. The whole live show aspect and it being back, and it's not just through a screen. It's like how it was for 2 years. So that part's fun.
What about you?
For me, honestly, one of my favorite things was working with Electric Cowboy. I mean, I'm happy. I'm stoked we have a new album out as well. But like that was such a cool experience. Them flying us to Germany. And, just to film a music video. Super cool. Now we're touring with them. Like I'm so stoked.
That was mine and Janelle's first time in Europe too. So that was really cool.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So how did you adjust to the feel of it? It's a little different.
I got lucky because my flight didn't have any delays or anything. So when I got there, I was with Izzy and Kristen and Sam, who are all like pros at like traveling in other countries. but Janelle came in a day late, so she was by herself.
It was that whole week leading up to that flight was probably the most stressful week I've ever lived in my existence. I didn't have a passport. That is definitely my bad. And then and then here we are, they're like, we're gonna fly you guys to Germany, and I was like,
gotta have that. It's very important.
I know.
Even if you're sneaking across to Canada or the US, you gotta have them. So what you're saying is that primal scream you threw down in that gymnasium in Germany was because of your travel woes. That's awesome.
Yeah. Oh yes.
Okay, now we're gonna circle back to those German lads and certain bearded guitar tech reactioners who happen to be tour managers who are super excited for y'all as well later on in this conversation. But I want to talk about the album. Because when I first checked out Atonement, I went, there's got to be a deeper dive here. So I went back to some of the older stuff because this album that we all now know as Slow Burn was just kind of bubbling up at the same time that the Electric Cowboy video threw everybody on your radar. I have said it earlier in this conversation. The first thing that got me to you was not any sort of gimmick, any sort of lineup style, who you are, what you are, where you're from. It's straight up musicianship.
Thank you.
That was the first thing. Proper composition, storytelling, the arrangement, allowing everyone to shine. So many bands are learning that, and the bands that do that the best are really just taking off right now, and I'm super excited for that. As Atonement begins to play in my ears. Going into this album, post-COVID, and I know some of this music was written during COVID, during that time. On the new album, which comes out, in September, everyone, pre-order, let's get going here. There are five songs out right now. So we have Atonement, New Heaven, Paralyzed, Welcome to Paradise, and The Invisible, which doesn't have a video yet. There's a lyrical video, but is there going to be a video of that or no?
No, we don't have any plans to do so. So never say never, but as of right now, we don't have any plans to film a video for that.
Okay. Each one, favorite song that's released right now, those ones that are just released, why? And then we're going to jump into the ones that people can expect in the new album. Yes.
Okay, I'll go first.
Welcome to Paradise. I think that song is so sick. It's just so experimental for us, and I think the song is just so epic. There's so many layers, there's so many cool sounds, like the freaking drill thing that's in like the breakdown, and just the whole song is so cool. The way it's structured.
So let me talk about the new song. Okay, go ahead. Sorry, I'm sorry.
Okay. So
that got me.
Oh god.
For songs that are out now, my favorite is also Welcome to Paradise.
Okay,
and I have a hard time remembering what the other ones are. I know he just named them, but Welcome to Paradise I think is my favorite too because it's like the heaviest one we've released.
I thought I was bad with information, forgetting names, forgetting stuff, and saying things wrong. But if you can't remember your own music,
I forget everything.
Too.
All right. Okay. Let's go to the OG. Okay. Let's go to Kristen. Favorite song.
So currently, Welcome to Paradise, but I think if we were to have released Atonement around the same time, it could be a tie because I've heard I love Atonement as well, but I've heard it for a lot longer, and so now I have ear fatigue.
Yeah.
So
me with eyes.
Yeah.
Ear fatigue is a real thing when it's your music and you're expected. Can you imagine? Okay, Metallica playing Creeping Death or Master of Puppets. It's only been 40 years and people are still going. They're like, dude, I played this like.
You guys,
I feel like that already.
About playing some of our old songs. Yeah. We've only been doing it for 10 years.
Yeah, I feel that way already. I complain all the time about one of our songs, and anyone who's ever asked me the question knows exactly what song it is because I am very vocal about it.
Wow. Okay, well, don't be vocal here. You love all the songs.
I love them all.
All of them. They're awesome.
But My favorite that's not released yet that's on the album is called Afterthought.
Oh, Afterthought. That one is Afterthought. Okay, so we have Wide Awake, Only Girl, Gatekeeper, Playing with Fire, System Failure, Pressure. Those are the ones that are still out. According to Wikipedia, like they know, like they work for your record label or something. No. Okay.
But we did tweet the track list, so people know, because it was like showing it on Apple Music, so we were like, okay, let's just get ahead of this.
Yeah. Otherwise, there will be deep, dark conspiracies. Okay, Janelle, Kristen, your two favorites that are not out yet.
Man, I feel like I have a tie.
You can have ties.
Yeah, I know what they are too.
It's your music. Neil Peart, the great Neil Peart, still said that if somebody asked him what his favorite Rush song is, he would never be able to answer it because they're all his babies.
Aww. You want to guess?
I think Janelle's two favorites are Afterthought and System Failure.
Oh, ding, 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 ding.
Wow.
That one.
Y'all should get married. All right, Kristen.
I'm gonna say probably System Failure and Pressure. Pressure is kind of like a Messy 2.0.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and I love Messy. Messy is actually my daughter's favorite.
Okay.
If you're a young teenage girl moving from 8th grade into freshman of high school, yeah, Messy's gonna be your favorite.
Days.
Oh yeah. Yes. As a father of 3 daughters / princesses / warriors, depends upon how they're feeling that day. I am proud. I am proud to say that where I started my metal journey is completely different than where I ended my metal journey, because growing up, when I was you young ladies' age, we had Lita Ford and Vixen, and that was it. And that was it. I mean, you had Joan Jett, but she was rock. You know, you had the outliers, but as far as metal, it just was never open. And now, if you look at my wall, there's 15 license plates up there. These are the 15 bands that I've met in the last 2 years. 9 of the 15, at least one member that's female. Some of them aren't even from America. One of them's from India. I mean, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where you're from. It doesn't matter what gender you are. It doesn't matter what color your skin is or what your creed is. Music is the only thing I really think that can really communicate amongst everyone.
Yeah.
Because it's the only thing that really connects us. Because I can listen to Bloodywood from India, or I can listen to Malevolence from the UK, or Ginger from the Ukraine. And to me, it's all beautiful music. And I say those 3 bands because I've seen them all at the same time. From totally different places. Back when I was a kid, that would never happen.
Yeah.
And then to have
that's so cool.
And then to have Bandmate come out from Japan and just lay waste to everybody wearing maid outfits because they can.
Yeah, we saw Bandmate at Welcome to Rockville.
Yeah.
It was so sick, and it was really cool because we got to go like kind of side stage and watch. It was so cool.
They were so
okay,
good.
This question is straight for Janelle now. How much of a monster is Misa on bass for Bandmate?
I'm pretty sure she was barefoot.
Yeah.
Barefoot, and here's my favorite part. She plays clawhammer and pick, and when she plays clawhammer, she tucks her pick between these 2 knuckles right here and plays clawhammer and just flips over and starts playing pick. I watched her do it. I was like, get the fuck out of here. I'm like, you know, and that's the thing.
Wow.
And to imagine that in the 80s, she never would have even gotten looked at.
Yeah. Yeah.
What? It's just it. I'm so happy. I'm so happy that when I came back, because I was away from metal for so long, when I came back, my first band somebody said was, "Hey, have you ever heard Ginger?" And I was like, "No." And then so I listened to Pisces like everybody else did, and I said, "Yeah, that was very shocking." But that wasn't the song that made me fall in love with him. It was Who's Gonna Be the One, because of that groove and that funkiness and the musicianship and just the way they moved and just the flow. And bands that have a groove to them and they have a message, or even the way they tell a story musically, is what draws me to them. So yes, I will say this as an actual man living on the planet. All of you are absolutely beautiful women. However, monster musicians. complete bad. And that's what kills me is that people are like, I went to see Ginger with Chelsea and we got to meet them. It was great. But even then, we're sitting in line. Ginger's the headliner. All the bands supporting them were like Suicide Silence, you know, pretty big core metal bands. But Ginger was the headliner, and we were standing in line with just old, grayish, bearded dudes like me. But they were all like, yeah, I'm just going to leave after the openers. I don't want to be around for the band with the chick singer.
They're missing out. They missed out.
And my favorite part after hearing that was, okay, more room for me. You can go.
Yeah, I'm going to make my way to the front.
Yeah.
And Ginger opened up for Breaking Benjamin and Disturbed.
Wow.
And stole the show.
Yeah.
That's so sick.
Stole the show. So yeah, I think it's a great time.
Yeah.
Okay, so the album comes out when?
September 8th.
Okay. On September 8th, will there be any new videos for this album?
So we have a focus track on our album, but we don't have a music video for it. Okay. But we will have like a visualizer for it. But I mean, it comes out at the same time as the album, so you can listen to it either way, you know.
Yeah.
And it's not like you guys can jump off the road touring with a certain band from Germany to make new music right now. Y'all will be a little busy. But
yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah. So now can we talk about that?
Yeah.
Because that's the biggest thing going on right now is how quickly that tour is selling out. We knew it was going to happen. Monster lineup.
Most of it is sold out, yeah.
Yeah, it's a monster lineup. Y'all are coming nowhere near me again.
Plastic.
That's what happens.
Based?
It's Houston, so you know, unless you come down deep down in Texas, you know, and it's kind of hot right now. If you guys don't come, I don't blame you. I mean, I don't blame you.
I'm from Austin, so I get it.
Literally, I literally think there were cats bursting into flames on the streets of Austin today. But well,
that's so sad.
It's a joke.
Yeah,
cats don't burst into flames. I mean, the only place that cats burst into flames is in cartoons and Conquer Divide social media, because I'm getting into that right now.
Oh, let's go.
I have never in my life met a more slick. You guys are about as slick in your social media as Nano War of Steel, Ailstorm, Bare Naked Ladies, and Electric Cowboy are on their videos and their songwriting. You guys are really slick. I did not expect a certain person to come out of another person's tush to promote a song.
I hate that video. It's so funny. But like we filmed it and then we posted it the next day and I was like, why did I agree to do this?
My favorite part of that is because it was posted as a reel, it just repeats. It repeats rapidly and you're like, ooh, that's the hemorrhoid that just keeps saying hello. No, but I mean, but everything, every
so many times.
Every Twitter post, every reel, every live post, everything on Instagram, it's so smartly done. Who the hell is responsible for that?
I'm the Twitterer.
Okay.
Tweeter. So any of the unhinged tweets you see, those were me.
Oh.
The Facebook shit poster.
Oh. Facebook shit poster. That's a word. I thought when she said the Twitter person, I thought that was a rough answer, and then you went Facebook shit person. Wow, that was awesome. I'm afraid to ask who does Instagram because now I'm afraid.
I think we kind of all sometimes take turns with Instagram, but usually things that go on Facebook go on Instagram.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And then I would say Sam is kind of the
TikToker.
queen.
Yeah, TikTok queen.
I do believe that certain face out of certain rectum was a TikTok first.
Yeah.
So I think,
was.
yeah. And I do believe that of all of you,
It was Sam's idea.
Yes.
That was mine.
What?
it was your idea, but you know, I do believe that if anyone's coming out of anybody's ass, Sam's up for it. She's like, I'll do it.
Yeah. She has the perfect like professional voice, you know?
And she's so deadpan.
Yeah.
She's like, the way it sounds, if it was just audio, it would be like, it almost sound like she's selling a car.
Yeah.
Talk about the
Yeah.
features in this car. Let's talk about this right now. My name is
One
Sam,
of
and
the things
I'm doing it out of someone's ass. So
About your extended warranty?
Yeah, that's
kind of what
essentially
we're
it.
going for.
Yeah.
Your car's extended warranty.
oh, I can see someone
There-
walking across the stage and somebody going hitting that extended warranty. Anyway, don't do that. That's not me. Okay, let's talk about the tour. Okay, you guys talked about Blue Ridge, which is that probably would you say that's gonna be the biggest crowd that you know of to date for you guys?
I think so, yeah.
Probably.
I mean, I'm assuming it's going to be, I don't know, but I would assume it's going to be bigger than Welcome to Rockville because we're
Yeah.
playing it later, but I don't know.
Yeah,
it's
Little
probably
bit.
going to be, either Blue Ridge or
I think
Rockville will be the
Rockville was
biggest.
Was
pretty
huge.
big.
It
It
was like
Rockville was
4,000.
huge, yeah.
It was like 250,000 for the whole weekend.
Yeah.
or
But not
something
for
crazy.
us.
Not for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there will be a sea of people out there, and that's always a great feeling. I think the only drawback to it is you have to get used to the fact that when it's open air like that, you're not going to hear the crowd noise as much as you would in an enclosed environment. So don't pay attention to try to hear them, see them.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I've ever noticed to people that when they asked, they were like, I just didn't know if they were into it until I saw them. And I just realized they were just losing their minds or their faces lit up. You go off that, not off the sound, because you'll never hear them because it doesn't echo in a building. You guys have already met them. You've spent time. You've made a record. So I've talked to Ian a few times, Tank the Tech, and we've talked about it. He's ridiculously excited about you guys being on there. He says all the logistics are going so well. All the venues have been so great. He really believes that this could be one of the best tours, artist-wise, where you guys won't struggle, because he's seen bands struggle so hard lately. It's been such a pain in the ass to do anything lately. That I really hope he really believes it's going to be awesome for y'all. So that makes me very happy. What's
Yeah.
the one city you're most looking forward to other than Blue Ridge? Is there like a home show that's closest to your home?
Yeah, so I live in Colorado. I'm the most excited for the Denver show because it's the highest capacity venue that we're playing on the tour. And I just saw one of my favorite artists, Melanie Martinez, there. So
Oh
it's
my
going to
God.
be like, on the same stage as Melanie Martinez. But I'm the most excited for that one because it sold out and then they had to upgrade the venue. And now it's almost sold out, if not sold out again. So that one's for me. That's that one.
When
So-
my 19-year-old Olivia, who my entire channel is based upon because she suffers from Tourette's and a memory ablation during COVID, she had to start everything over. She lost 6 years of her memories. So my entire channel is designed around raising funds for her recovery. Her favorite artist is Melanie Martinez.
Oh, really?
And for her 16th, her sweet 16th birthday, she got off the bus from school. And my fiance, and she's smiling because she sees I'm telling this story, standing outside the bus holding a giant sign that says, "You're going to see Melanie Martinez tonight in Houston."
That's
And
so
she
cool.
cried, and she dressed up in her baby doll outfit. And
And she was to be a little crybaby.
oh yes, and she got up in the corner. We're on the balcony at the very front corner. She was out there, and all my fiance did was just film it the whole time for her to go back and watch it over and over and over again. And
Did you
so,
go to any of the recent shows for Portals?
no, she hasn't had, she's memorized the album Portals, but she hasn't had a
That's
chance to
good,
go to
yeah.
anything yet. Yeah, she hasn't been close to us yet, but when it comes around, we will go because it's her favorite
Yeah, you
jam.
have to. Yeah.
Oh, you have to do it. It's a
It's
trip.
so
It's a total
Yeah.
trip. I saw the videos and how they have her dancers. They're on a fake bus and she's doing the bus and they're all doing
yeah,
and then when they come off of it, it's like, I was like, holy crap. And that she does 4D. So it's visual. So
Yeah.
it's the visuals, the audio, but she pumps in the smells. It's like, what?
Oh, that's cool.
I didn't notice any smells for this last one,
Whoa.
but maybe I was too far away.
Well, she had the song Strawberry Shortcake and the orange. She would pump in those smells into the building.
That's so
That's
cool.
really
Yeah, so now you go. Now you know what you got to work on. Gotta work on
Yeah,
the
yeah.
smells.
It smells.
The smell of deodorant.
Yeah,
going into
deodorant.
that.
Yeah.
This song is BO. Deal with it. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Okay, so enough about a band that has nothing to do with this interview, but it's still great to talk
That was
about.
really
Melanie.
exciting for me, though. Thanks.
Look, my entire existence is to be super dad for 3 amazing kids. And so when you surprise your kids to see Boy Genius in Houston, and you're able to hide the fact that they're going to see Boy Genius, 3 amazing women in rock, and keep them fooled for 2 months, that's my love. Is to you gotta shock the kids. All right, speaking of shocking the kids, the man children coming from Germany. Tank is putting a David Hasselhoff poster in their dressing room every day. And he's coming up with surprises for you. What is the one thing you're looking most forward to being on the road? And what's the thing you're least looking forward to on the road?
Well, now that I know that he's a prankster, I am fully prepared to prank back because we always prank on every tour. So thanks for the heads up. I'm excited for that. I'm the least excited for probably, I feel like I'm not going to get to shower as much as I want to.
Okay. True.
Yeah.
Road showers.
Also, like eating, I feel like eating on the road, like it's hard to eat like good food that's not like crappy and bad for
Bar
you.
food.
Yeah. I met Elaine from Nuclear Blast. They're from Sweden, both vegans, and they're on the tour bus. So when you get off the bus, you don't have a car to go to a grocery store. In Europe, you can walk anywhere and find food. In the US, if the venue is nowhere near a place to get food, you're screwed. So I threw them. We ran and got them avocados and loaded them up with food. And the guys from Malevolus, we introduced them to Sam's. And if you're boys from the UK and you've never seen a Sam's, and we bring in animal crackers in a container this big.
Yeah.
That's the keys to the thing. What I can tell you is, if you get the time to run off and get a shirt printed between now and before you leave, that on the back it says, Ingrid's dad, and give it to Tank, he'll lose his mind. Because his entire world's about his little girl.
All right, I'm writing it down.
Aww.
His little daughter is Ingrid, and that is. I tried to explain to him when she was born. I was like, okay, your life is completely different now. Everything you've ever done for yourself means nothing. Now everything you do is through the excitement of her, right? So he's like, I totally get it. And like his entire world is that little girl. So
I have to figure out what size to do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
for Tank, I don't know. Just get him a really big one and say, just wash it in hot water and dry it.
Good luck.
So you only talked about what you love most.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm taking over.
It's okay. You're
I'll
allowed.
let you guys know.
Let everyone else get a shot at this. Favorite thing, least favorite thing about being on the road.
My favorite thing is going to be the show itself, just playing on stage and screaming at people and telling them to do things like jump around and wall of death and shit. I'm excited for that part. Not excited to go to bed and then get woken up by my full bladder and having nowhere to release it.
Wow.
Or having to get out of my comfy, well, I guess bunk now, and then having to walk across a scary
Truck stop
parking lot by myself. That is the part I am dreading because I am
scary
5'1".
for this tiny girl.
I am 5'1", so I'm very much attainable to like just mine. Bye.
Yeah, 5'1", working on 7'6". I mean, just do your stage face. They'll leave you alone.
Like,
All right, Kristen.
So my favorite thing is probably tour hangs, hanging out with all the other bands,
Yeah.
getting to know everyone. Obviously playing shows, and then my least favorite thing is probably gonna be table management.
Oh God.
Okay. Well,
One deals with our rig, and there's about 200 cables coming out of the back of that I have to wrap every night and turn black.
Yeah, they're gross.
my favorite thing is taking the LR and learning and having to teach someone how to wrap in the reverse coil so it doesn't tangle out. You can just lay it out. But if they don't coil it right, it just becomes, don't even want to talk about that or Cat 5 or any of that. Just remember how much the fans love you and how great it is to be on tour and real quick, the you guys are gonna be on a bus, or are y'all gonna roll with the RV with the trailer? How are y'all gonna pull that one off this time? Do y'all know?
We have a van that pulls a trailer. So we have bunks that one of our friends, Alex, built in the back for us. So there's room for 4 people to sleep in the back. I'm going to be living my best life, sleeping on the bench, as I do. So yeah, we have a van, and basically it's set up where there's, you know, obviously driver, passenger seat, then one bench, row of seats,
And then racks to sleep.
second row of bench that I sleep on, and then 4 bunks in the back. So
Gotta be honest, it's actually pretty slick if you think about it.
yeah, it's actually, oh my God, am I okay? It's actually not that bad.
Yeah, it's really not. Yeah.
No, I mean, I talked to Vicky Sarakis and Robbie from Six Sense, and they were talking about converting an RV or an old school bus into a tour just for them. So they just could buy it, convert it, rack it out the way they want it, and then local bands in Arizona where they're at can rent it if they need it. But when it's time for them, it's theirs. They know where they'll maintain it, and in that way, the idea is anytime there's a band, you know, within a certain mile radius cancels or can't makes a show or can't makes a tour, and they're like, "Can you guys? We're there. Let's go," and that's their plan. I was like, "That's pretty slick."
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the converted van may work just perfectly for you. Yeah. So
Yeah,
is there?
We also have a pretty sick closet in our trailer.
Yeah, our trailer is dope.
It's really dope.
So okay. So is it a drop gate or is it an open?
We have a drop gate in the back, and then there's a small side door on the side.
On the side.
And so we have it closed off, so all of our gear is in the back half, and then the front half we have a closet. There's a mirror and a shower curtain, so we can change in there. We all have cubbies. There's carpet. There's racks for all of our shoes. It's sick. The trailer is dope.
It's nice. Yeah.
There's an independent band called the Almas. They're from up in Wisconsin. They came locally. They have a van similar to what you have, but their trailer, when I saw it, I was like, "What the hell's on top of your trailer?" That's our generator. They put a generator on top of the van. They bolted it in, put a cover on it, so they could run an AC in the top of the trailer, so that they have their little dressing room with an AC where they could stay cool. Because
I never knew I wanted that, and now I want it.
Wow. What do we think of that?
Now our trailer doesn't feel as cool.
Yeah, we don't have AC.
It's hot in there.
Yeah.
So we very rarely change it.
well, luckily you are coming to Texas in the summer, so you're okay. I think you'll be okay. All right, real quick, and we're gonna let you guys go because we've been, you know, that's how we do. Yeah. Okay. And believe me, if I could have 5 more daughters, it'd be y'all. Well, no, because then I could say, look, they're doing something. And then look at the 3 I have already going, focus. Okay. The 3 of you each, I just need to know your first band that you fell in love with growing up. Okay. And what your current favorite band is now.
Okay.
Oh.
It's
Like
it's
the
not
small-
easy, but
My kind of
Yeah, first band we ever fell in love with, or first metal band we ever fell in love with?
well, no, the first band you fell in love with may not be metal. We can't speak for certain people who love Demi Lovato, but we can talk about other people. Their first band. Oh, I did my research. Okay. Sorry, I don't know why I yelled just then. I feel bad. Sorry.
You just took over here. It's okay.
Yeah.
It happens.
Yeah, let it out.
My first band I ever fell in love with, I feel like this is very obvious, was Paramore.
A lot of people tell me that. A lot of current bands tell me that, and I think it just might be the fact that I was born in the 70s. Okay, keep going. Next, favorite band growing up?
My first favorite band growing up was that I fell in love with, Head Over Heels, My Chemical Romance.
Knew it.
Get up, Midge. But yes, My Chemical Romance, MCR. I love that so much.
She was literally Halloween with a black band outfit, just marching down the street. You could just feel it.
Yeah.
Kristen,
Yeah.
favorite band growing up? The first one you fell in love with?
Metallica.
Oh, we were wrong.
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay, Kristen, you ready? Friday, I'm getting in my car.
I'm
I'm
listening to
I'm
them.
driving to Dallas Friday night. Dallas,
Oh.
Texas Cowboys, Cowboy Stadium,
Yeah.
Pantera, Mammoth, Metallica. Because Metallica doesn't play 2 days in a row. Saturday is off. We're gonna go eat barbecue and visit Dimebag Darrell's grave. Rest in peace, good sir. And then Sunday we do it all again with Five Finger Death Punch and Ice Nine Kills and Metallica for Sunday.
That's
They play 2 nights
No,
and
is
they
it
do
Christmas?
completely different sets.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
cool.
Wow.
Well, they have enough songs to do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
I just
that
want
is
to go. I just want to go. Not because I'm an old Metallica fan growing up, and I'm not saying that I live and die by them like some people do. Because hey, I like new stuff. But it's like going to the Super Bowl. Even if you don't have a team there, you want to go because it's Jerrytown. It's the Cowboy Stadium. They got a jumbotron so big I could be in the nosebleeds and have the screen right here. I mean, James Hetfield is going to be this big in my face. And then Lars too. It doesn't matter. Okay, current favorite band, and and you cannot say Conquer Divide, and you can't say Electric Cowboy. That's kissing up. Can't do it.
Okay.
Okay.
Ooh.
They're all like, shit. I was gonna say Electric Cowboy.
I know what Kristen's is. Let Kristen go first.
Mine's easy. Tool.
Cool.
Oh,
Yep, yep.
oh,
Do it.
oh. I'm sorry. I don't mean to.
I don't know
I'm
if I
sorry.
can-
I'm sorry. I just can't. I'm sorry. Anyway, I had a Tool moment there for a second.
I don't know if I can pick just one. Can you pick one?
I mean,
I'll
I
say
can't yeah, I don't know.
I will say the band that I listen to the most currently, so I guess is my current favorite band is Heart Attack Man.
Ooh. What's the favorite song?
Cut My Losses.
Oh. She even
Is he
said
really
it. She even
making
said
fun?
it sweetly. Cut my losses.
Because Izzy's always making fun of me because I always listen to it and like I don't know if you know that song, but the first line is "You told me you're gonna kill yourself." So Izzy's always like, "Oh, let me guess, you're gonna listen to "You told me you're gonna kill yourself," and I'm like, "Yeah, that's what I'm about to play right now."
Yeah. Yep.
It's a sisterhood, ladies and gentlemen, which means they are vicious when they need to be. And Janelle, you don't have one. You just you're
I'm
gonna
just gonna go
pass.
with my safe zone is Pierce the Veil. PTV all the way.
You can't go wrong. I mean, and that kind of falls in line with it. I mean, we're going, from your first favorite band to Pierce the Veil. It works. It's a journey.
Yeah.
You're there.
Mine doesn't really make sense, but I'll take it.
Yeah.
My favorite current band is. Sorry, I can't. I do it for a living. I check out new bands all the time. So I'll just say that it's actually. Can I be honest with you? My top five right now. Okay.
Are we in there? No, let's see.
Well, actually, you are, but
Number
in no order. Okay. Bloodywood.
Oh, love them.
Okay. Seven Spires.
Okay.
Look them up.
Okay.
I'm a huge fan of Red Handed Denial.
Oh,
Yeah,
heard
got
of
the
them.
shirt.
Oh. And Conquer Divide, and then my guilty pleasure right now, it's kind of weird. My guilty pleasure is actually an independent band from Australia called Headwreck.
Ooh.
It's
Okay.
kind of a tie between them and Make Way for Man. They're both from Australia. Really young, really crazy. Headwreck kind of reminds me of it's even more techno than Electric Cowboy. But instead of a house beat, it's more of the frill, that sample style, that pull through sound, and they don't have a single straight line through any song, which I love musicianship.
What is it called? Headwreck?
And they're called Headwreck. And the other band, I love them mainly for one song. Do you remember the song Fireflies?
Yeah. Owl
Okay.
City?
Look up Fireflies, Make Way for Man. You will fall
I'm writing it
in
down in my
love.
notes.
You will fall in love. You'll never tell me that I made a good choice, but it is. I literally play it to start my stream almost every morning and every night because they take the song, and if you look at their video, they actually show things from the original video, but it's metalcore, harsh vocal, light melodic, and in that little keyboard intro that Owl City uses, he does it on his guitar with taps.
Oh, that sounds
It is
perfect.
beautifully done. And growing up, Rush fan and Tool, because I'm a drummer, and Neil Peart and Danny Carey are, for me, drumming elites. I'll never be able to get. You just can't really. I mean, come on. Neil Peart has his illustrated quote book was given to me for Christmas, and I just leave it here. I'm weird. All right. I think I've wasted enough of y'all time. I think I have. Is there anything you want to share with the world before you leave? Anything you want to tell people coming up about the album? Anyone that either has tickets coming to the show? By the way, I can solve this one. Be there early. Don't show up late. Hit them all. They're worth it. Every band on this tour, this lineup is insane. Trying to steal the show every night. So please share with the Conquer Divide family.
I would say
Any of you, go ahead.
If you have a record player, or even if you don't and you just like records, we're finally releasing our album on vinyl. So everyone check that out.
Let me do a Kia. Let me write that down. No, I collect vinyls. I mean, I collect vinyls.
I gotta get my notes.
all my vinyls are like Ad Infinitum and Elaine, and it's because my kids love to listen to vinyls, and yeah.
And the vinyl is really pretty too. It's really pretty.
Oh, what do you have? What design do you have on them? You have multiple designs, just one?
I think it's clear. We just have one. It's clear, but it's got like splatters on it.
What color splatters? Orange?
Album art, yeah, orange, white, and red.
Ooh.
Like fiery splatter.
All
like
right.
lava.
So I'm gonna make sure. I'm gonna find the link to pre-order the album, and I'm assuming it also has the stuff where they can pre-order the vinyl as well. I'll make sure that goes into the description of this interview when it ever ends, when it ever gets to the end. Is there anything else you want to say? I'm sorry, just blah blah blah. Well, we talked to Old School Nerd for 47 hours and we weren't sure why.
I would also want to let people know, especially if they are coming to the show, that we're offering for the first time a premium upgrade. So you get some exclusive little goodie bags that we'll give to you. And then it's very hard to get all 5 members of the band together, but we will try to organize a time where all 5 of us will be together to meet up with VIPs to kind of have a little hangout.
It's hard to get all 5 of you in the same room because it depends upon which one of you the other 4 have locked in the van and in the trailer.
No, literally, Kristen says it's like herding cats. Like, just like how when we started earlier, and Kristen was like, "Let me take a sip of my water," and then Janelle was like, "Wait, I have to go get this." It's like that every day.
You aren't the first band that had this. Malevolence, when they opened for Ginger, these guys from the UK, there's 5 of them, and it was trying to find Wilkie, the bass player, and Charlie, the drummer. They kept wandering off. People would want to come up and get a picture with the band. They just bought a vinyl, 2 shirts, a jersey. They're spending all the money on the merch, and Alex is just like, "Where are these guys? They wanted to because they were so." But you know what? Getting every picture, taking the time with every fan, is so important to bands because they never forget that. Fans will never forget the band that stands by the merch table, that takes that extra time, because once you make those fans, those are the fans that sustain you for years. I mean, you could see the bands that don't meet fans, and it's a little weird. And some of them, they can't. You know, Dragon Force can't just stand there for an hour with 3,000 people trying to meet them. You know, Metallica can't, you know? So while you can, you make those lifelong fans. Okay, so be early, VIP upgrade, herding cats with vinyl. Is there anything else?
I feel like we have to say one more thing so that we can finish the hand.
There's going to be a wall of death.
Yeah, wall of death!
We've never done that before as a band.
Okay,
so,
do you want to know which song? Have you decided which song you're going to do it to?
Welcome to Paradise.
Oh, for the intro or during the breakdown?
Breakdown.
Okay, so have you come up with a way to rehearse to give Kia and Janelle time to set that up? Like a little musical bridge interlude?
Yeah.
Because I know in your mind it's going to go super fast, but for some reason, you can do this and you could do this, and they're not paying attention. They're
No.
just
Oh
not-
no. Yeah,
We
I'm
know.
talking. Yeah. Yeah. I have to.
Yeah, there we go. That's 5.
There you go. All right, Wall of Death, with a vinyl, VIP upgrade with While Hurting Cats, and show up.
Well, early. Yeah.
Yes.
Got it. All right. To Conquer and Divide, thank you so much for your time is so valuable pre. And remember, everyone that's falling in love with your music, my community especially have told me, I've never seen comments about, oh, they're hot. Oh, they're good for chicks. It's always, holy shit, they're good. Or, did you see that bridge? Did you see that tag, that riff, the breakdown, Kia's voice, Janelle's growls? It's always about the storytelling. And I think the most materialistic or vague comment could be taken the wrong way was from a fiance, and she's like, I love their shoes. So that was really the only demeaning thing that my community's ever said, and I think it's important that y'all as a group, as long as so many other people are finally catching on and the world's starting to catch to the fact metal is no longer just for people that are known by a label and look a certain way. It's for everybody. And
Yeah.
I think y'all are awesome ambassadors of that. And for that, I thank you more than anything. And for being awesome examples to my kids. Except when my kids harsh vocal at me. Janelle, that's your fault. Shame on you.
Just blaming them. I'm sorry. Speaking of lessons, if they ever want to learn, or if you want to learn, I can teach you all the ways.
You don't want me. You don't want me harsh vocaling. I sing bass. That's Alex's terrible level. We don't want that.
Really beefy blows, then, like really, like I will wrong.
I will go that low.
Oh my God.
I'm not harsh vocaling. That's just my normal voice.
Imagine if we got some vestibular folds involved, which is the false thing.
Yeah, that's what she said. Yeah, I don't want to deal with your folds. Okay. I'm engaged to be married. I'm a taken man. Excuse me. You cut that out, young lady. All right. Get some rest. Get prepared.
We will.
Kill them all. Let God sort them out.
Let's go.
And when I say kill them all, let God sort them out. If she's not too busy.
Hey.
All right. Good night, ladies.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank
Don't say
you.
anyone.